What is going on, everybody? This is Mama Gamer, Christina, whatever you want to call me. Thanks for tuning in today. Oh boy, today's video. Let me tell you. I haven't even listened to the whole thing because I figured I would just get on here and honestly go through the entire thing. Um, and talk about the hypocrisy. Okay. We're going to talk about the hypocrisy. We are going to talk about the lies and just the absolute nonsense. We're going to talk about the people that are dry humping each other for views, as Laurie states. Yesterday, we went over some of these messages Laurie had sent me, and it gets so good because she comments down here to Judy. This is what Laurie says here. This was 16 hours ago. She said, "This is Laurie. I offered y'all a platform, but when I saw the disgusting behavior in the group chat, I withdrew that offer and have no desire to engage now. Do yourselves a favor and understand that the majority of people that have actually looked into this case do not believe David is guilty. Nothing you have to say will change that. Have the day you deserve." Well, let me tell you, Laurie. First off, you have no room to you're talking about people saying disgusting things because those disgusting things we have straight up said to their faces. Okay, we're not like you. We're not two-faced and we don't go behind people's backs talking smack like you do because that's exactly what you did. All right. You couldn't stand the disgusting behavior. But here, let's find all right. She has an entire trolled them. Okay, talking about Aussie Slob and Eric. Yeah, this was her channel about them. She specifically told me that. All right. Then she says, "I should put the link up in the Sentinels of Truth group. Dumbasses never booted me. I just lurk watching them. I never post in there, but dang it, I might just have to." And then she goes, "Jamie isn't allowed as he doesn't know his ass from on the ground. He is just dry humping Greg for views." I mean, how big of a hypocrite can you get there? Cower erased his comments. Talking about Greg being a coward for erasing his comments. Let's see here. I mean, there's tons of them in here, but yet she didn't. She didn't do the other interview because we were being disgusting. No, honey. No, honey. No, 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 no. The absolute hypocrisy here is just like it's so funny. Let's see here. She says David and his family deserve professionalism and the truth, but yet you're lying. You're a hypocrite. You talked shit about these people and now you're like dry humping them. Oh God. Here we go. "Oh my God, did you see Jamie's show last night? I'm appalled that any of them would think it was appropriate for them to treat the Crowleys in such a manner, to treat it like a comedy freak show, which is what you've been doing. You've been doing that. I can promise you nothing but professional." Honey, you've done everything but that. You've done everything but that. All right, so let's continue because there's some more. She needs the names of people to block because she was brought into Jamie's shit show. She was so worried about all these people talking crap about her. And that's the problem here. She wants to fit in with the in crowd. Doesn't matter if it's a lie or if it's not. You know, she just wants to be where the views are, where the money's being made. That's her thing. And she sends me what they said. No. She said, why are they making this personal? None of this bullshit is going to further the case. She even says they're desecrating the Crowley's memory by doing this crap. I mean, she said, yep, they bashed you and Judy on this love renting space in people's heads, especially Jamie's. Well, honey, I love renting space in your fucking head. And you want to know why? Because nobody had said a word about you for, God, 6 months. And I guess you're really wanting attention. You look like an attention seeker. I had never seen what you look like up until the live that you did with that group the other day. And I can tell you, you look like an attention seeker, a straight up attention seeker. Here he goes talking about Sophia that looks like her husband's steps to believe committed the murders of her mom and her husband's father. Okay, so she's saying this is what Sophia looks like, and that she already has 3 strikes with her because she looks like that. So there you go, Sophia. I don't want to get too much back into this today, but I think it's real funny, man. I do. I think it's really funny, and I think you guys honestly belong together over there because you guys are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites that talk shit about each other behind their backs. I mean, y'all belong together. Anyways, we're gonna get back to this lovely video over here. Give me just a second. All right. So let's continue. Then she starts talking crap about her age, like old bats just don't take a hint, do you? Well, honey, can I ask you a question? What do you look like? You look like you're 20? Does Catherine look like she's 20? Because you sure the hell don't look like you're 20. Girl, go sit down. For real. Sit down. I don't have any desire to engage with you, but yet she's bringing up our names. If you didn't have a desire to engage with us, then you should have kept your mouth shut because now you're going to get the attention that you're seeking, but you're going to get the attention with the receipts that I have. She said David was making future plans. Oh, wait. I never said David was on a decline. There's actually a clip where she's talking to Greg and them in a live stream, and I'll have to find it, where she says that she can see the decline when she read the journal. And she said, I said David was making future plans for his family, and that isn't the actions of someone who commits suicide or murder. You all talk about the decline. Many people micro-medicate. What does that have to do with anything? Are you one of those people that have issues with marijuana used for medicinal purposes? It has been medically proven that the body has several endogenous cannabinoid systems throughout the body, and she probably copied and pasted. Then she says, it seems like it's elderly day here on YouTube. Who knew? Well, of course, you knew I had to jump and call her out. I said, is it any different than what you're doing now, Laurie? Also, you say disgusting behavior. Let me bust your bubble and read the messages you sent me saying vile things about Jamie, Greg, Eric, and Sophia. The video's on my channel. Girl, don't be a hypocrite because you really look two-faced. But I do want to go back to we're going to have to find this video because she does. She talks about thing with Greg and them. and it was on Southern Truth's YouTube channel. And yes, he has some weird shit on here.
And
I'm going to find that if it kills me today. So
what's up to?
Y'all are here with me, and so we're gonna listen to these two podcasts until we find that, because I know it's on here.
Yeah, yeah. The phone number had been recycled, so they had gotten a new number, and it was for 2 lines. So, and that's all I know. And then the next day that I went in, it had been paid for overnight, and it was back active again.
And why don't you tell them how you did that, Julie? You went in and claimed that you were Camille and David's family, didn't you? Illegally went in and claimed you were a family member to get access to their records. You are one disgusting piece of work.
So it was just really weird, and never got the answers that I needed, but I did get that information.
Illegally. You got that information illegally.
Okay, so what led up to? We'll keep that because I think I want to go back to that. But let's lead up to the day that
Sure.
Him and his family was found. Do you think I probably can't play the 911 call, right? Will she strike the channel?
I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
No. You could definitely play it. Play that thing.
Yes, play it. Do play it, please, because I just posted a post yesterday on our Facebook group. Crowley, Fact versus Fiction. Go over there. And I even posted it actually on my YouTube channel, so that way you can see it. Oh crap! Hold on. I don't want to open the image. I want to open the page. Let's see. Open a new tab. There we go. So go ahead and play it, because that we're not going to go after that. You go right ahead and keep playing it. But here you go. Since this isn't your first rodeo, and you've been here a while, well, so bye, sweetheart. Statute says transcripts are public, okay, and prepared upon request for a fee. Transcripts are public, but audio recordings are private to the individual making the 911 call. Laurie, Greg, this is a Minnesota statute. Transcripts are public, so you can read them all you want, and you can buy them all you want, but audio recordings are private to the individual making the 911 call. So that means it belongs to Judy. Audio recording of a call placed to 911 system for the purpose of requesting service from a law enforcement, fire, or medical agency is private data on individuals with respect to the individual making the call, except that a written transcript of the audio recording is public. Written transcript is public. Unless it reveals the identity of an individual otherwise protected under subdivision 17. A transcript shall be prepared upon request. The person requesting the transcript shall pay the actual cost of transcribing the call. Judy is the one who called and paid to get it transcribed. Not Greg, not Laurie, not Eric, not Jamie, not Sophia. So none of you are allowed to use that. The audio recording may be disseminated to law enforcement agencies for investigative purposes. The audio recording may be used for public safety and emergency medical service training purposes. Okay? So, read that again. Transcripts are public, audio recordings are private. Do you understand that? So, yes, Laurie, this is your first rodeo with people who actually know their shit instead of sitting over there with people who don't know jack shit. All right? Let's continue.
Play that funky music.
Well,
Play it because you're going to get striked.
It's on my channel. So
Is it on your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great stage.
No. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just so
Yeah.
you know, she has.
Look at
stated that
Jamie
she-
down there.
Yeah, Laurie, I was just fixing up the audio. It's working now. Yes, it's working
It is?
now.
Okay, cool.
I was just
Cool,
waiting.
cool, cool. How far back is it, Greg? While I look for it, trying to find it here.
yeah, if you want, I can.
Yeah, can you
send
hear me
you
the
on-
link?
on-
So the only thing we have to go by are the autopsy reports. And clearly the autopsy reports do not show a death of December 25th. I mean,
Okay, you have 3 bodies that are decapitated, mummified. You know, look up like how decomposition happens, the time frame between the mummification, things like that, because yeah, it really does show between 4 weeks. You are not a medical examiner. You are not a lab technician. You worked for the Red Cross. You did some nursing stuff, and that's it. You have to actually go to mortuary school. Okay? Mortuary school to learn all this stuff. You don't get to just find out and just because you're a nurse and just because you work for the Red Cross, you literally have to go to mortuary school. You have to go through an entire process to learn about the science behind decomposition and things like around decomposition and crime scenes and death. Just walking into a crime scene with your buddy because he let you go spend a day at work with him doesn't mean that you know what you're talking about. Like these medical examiners go to school for years to learn this stuff. And you can literally Google it. Okay, you can Google this information. And medical examiners have even posted the way decomposition happens and what happens to the body in the first week, what happens to the body in the second week, what happens to the body in the third week, fourth week, blah, 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 on and on and on. Yes, you have skin slippage. You have mummification. You have no lividity, proving that the bodies were not moved from their original death spot. Look it up. If there's lividity, then that means the bodies were moved shortly after death, because that's how the gravity blood moves around in the body. And when your blood isn't pumping, it settles either in your back or in your chest or in your face or whatever. There was no lividity, which means they were not moved from the spot that they were in, and they had been there for 3 to 4 weeks. Okay? It's as simple as that. Simple as that. And if you look at the time frame from the time around Christmas when the papers stopped being taken into the house and the mail stopped being taken into the house to the time that the bodies were found, it matches up. Is there a specific date? No. But it is a good time frame. And I think that those medical examiners know a lot more than you do. Because, Laurie, sometimes a rock is just a rock, like the rock in your head.
It just doesn't.
Right.
And so, and that's the thing that kind of frustrates me with the medical examiner's office and the police department.
Because Kathy knows more than the medical examiner's office, even though she's been told several times on the phone, through messaging, through email, that her statements are incorrect.
The ME knows this, and I'm sure the police department knows this too, but saying that they died sometime maybe after the first, again, we don't know, that's speculation.
But we do know that there were Christmas presents on the.
Oh, here we go.
Correct, and the majority of the people in that neighborhood said they didn't even see the presents there until January.
Oh, okay, so. Okay.
And just, yeah, so,
Okay.
but again, you know, just because they may not have been seen and doesn't mean that they were dead. You know, there's a lot of things that could have been happening within that house. So, you know, it's just all pure speculation. However, for me, this is my
It's not speculation when there is medical science behind it. Okay, they don't just take medical examiner and say, oh, well, this is it. This is what we're going to use. Or, oh, just the newspapers, or just the mail wasn't delivered that day. We're just going to use that. No, it's called a crime case. It's called a case files for a reason, Catherine. Okay, it's called a case for a reason, because they take things from the case. So you have the newspaper in the trash can, you have the mail in the mailbox, you have the gifts on the front porch, you have the statement from the brother who dropped the gifts off, you have the statement from the neighbor, and then number one, you have the statement from the medical examiner and the officers that were at the scene. Okay. They put that all together and they make, okay, well, then it was around this date, estimated time frame. This is when it happened. Okay. Do you understand now? Or do I need a little explain it just a tad bit further? I mean, this is common sense. We have how many people on this panel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people with not one lick of fucking common sense in their head. None. They all probably, I don't know what their occupation is, but I'm pretty sure they don't have one. If they're constantly online making videos, being hypocrites and two-faced and trying to sell leggings and bobbleheads and mugs of a case of a dead family. You really have to be a low POS, like seriously low.
personal opinion for the police to say and give it a date of death in December when they know very well that is not the case.
Because you know so much more, Kathy. We have a mummified body, okay? Mummified body. Look it up, okay? Look it up. How long or what, and in what part of the decomposition process does the body start to mummify? Now, there are environmental things, but the process of decomposition, tell me what happens in that process of decomposition and when does it happen? Mummification is not going to happen in the first week or the first few days. Honey, where you at? I don't see your brain because
To me, that just kind of, they're building a narrative. They're sticking to
no, that's you. That is the 8 of you over there building a fake narrative for fucking money. That is what you're doing.
the narrative instead of following the evidence.
They followed the evidence. They have December 26th, I think it was, newspaper in the trash can. I'm not good with dates, and I've never said that I was good with dates on this case. Never claimed to be. But when it comes to technical stuff, I got it down to a science. Newspaper in the trash can, mail in the mailbox, neighbors' testimony, family's testimony of when they talked to them last, the medical examiner's report, I think is way more valid than somebody that lives thousands of miles away that never met these people, didn't know shit about them other than what they see on the internet. But they have so much more information than the family and the friends. That's what cracks me up. These people on the internet who have no life, have literally dug into this case for years and years and years, think they know more than people who were actually there and related to this family. Like, the how dumb do you got to be, man?
Within the case, and that's always bothered me.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I know when it first was, I mean, I remember the day. Like I said, a lot of us were back in 2014. There was a lot of really huge pages, and the page owners, we were all in one group chat. And, that was the big thing that, the conspiracy theorists were talking about the Gray State, page owners, we were all David Crowley and all this other stuff. And then I remember somebody put in the chat that, what had happened. And it was like, it was so surreal. And we all just dropped everything we were doing, dug into it, and tried to make.
We dropped everything we were doing and we dug into it, but yet she's asking all these questions. She doesn't know who Colin is. She doesn't know who Dan Jr. is. She doesn't know what the fucking dog's name is. But she dug into this case, guys. Give me a break. Like, y'all don't, like, you say one thing 1 minute and then you completely fucking forget what you say the next. Like, whew, y'all make no sense.
Sense of it, because it was so just, it was all, you had conspiracy theorists on one side saying that somebody else did this to them, and then you had, other people on the other side saying that
you have conspiracy theorists, that's you guys, and you have the other people who actually have receipts and have the truth and have some kind of common sense.
David was guilty of this, killing his wife and child, so I mean, we had these two different worlds clashing for a while on social media.
A while.
It still continues.
It's still clashing. Let's just put it that way. It's still, I mean, after all this time, it's still, and I wasn't aware that it was still clashing until recently, but
you started it, Laurie. You started it. Nobody has said a fucking word to you. You could have literally went on your merrily way, talked about the case with them, and kept all of our names out of your mouth, and we would not be here. I'm here because you put my name in your mouth, you put Judy's name in your mouth, you put everybody's name in your mouth that nobody said jack shit about you. You brought yourself into this, honey, because you're an attention-seeking, two-faced hypocrite, is what you are.
And they are clashing. We just ignore them.
Yes, you ignore us, Sophia. That's why you're talking about us. In every video that's been posted within the past week, you have done nothing but talk about us, but you're ignoring us? Sorry. Yet again, we're being a little contradicted, Sophia. Like, how do you listen to yourselves? How do you listen to yourselves and then say something else that makes no sense? I can't with you people, man.
They're not worth our time.
so,
I mean,
They are my.
They're not worth our time, but we have this video on Laurie's channel, and we have this video on Greg's channel, and we have this video on Jamie's channel, and we have this video channel, we have this video on Kathy's channel, and we're all talking shit about Christina, Louise, and Judy, and Joe, and all these people we're talking shit, but we just ignore them. They're a waste of our time. Well, honey, obviously I'm living in your fucking head rent free right now because you guys have done nothing but talked about us for in all these videos. Like, make some sense. Make some sense, Sophia.
Fan club. I can't
They
completely
were
ignore
biggest
them.
fans.
Fan club, Greg, honey, don't flatter yourself for a guy who can't say freaking a Latin word correctly when you have Latin blood in your body. Like, no. Mm-mm. What did you call him? El Chapo? El Chapo? Is it El Chapo? El Chapo!
Are your biggest fans. Oh, and by the way, I was telling everybody beforehand, Greg, just to let you guys know, Judy has contacted me. It went to my other folder, and I haven't even clicked it open.
Oh, you have a fan club. No, she was messaging you to tell you how big of a fucking hypocritical bitch you are. Nothing to do with fan club. It's called Why You Running Your Mouth, Laurie? Because you want attention, Laurie? Well, you're going to get attention, Laurie, because I'm not Judy. Okay? And I will stand up for Judy because y'all are absolutely vile, disgusting people.
Are you
You
trying to
got
steal
a
my
fan mail.
fans? Trying to steal my
Huh?
fans?
No, I don't answer fan mail.
And see, that's the thing. I don't have to hide behind a keyboard and messages like you do over here and talk shit about people like you did over here and then go befriend them. I will tell you exactly how I feel. I will tell you exactly how I feel to your fucking face. Okay? Everything that I've ever said in messages, in private chats, no different than what I've said to them directly. Okay? I'm not like you, Laurie. I'm not two-faced and I don't go behind people's backs talking smack.
Okay.
Oh, well, you're in good company.
Okay, so this is off of Greg's channel, so
Yeah.
if she is listening, this is not your property. I'm taking this off of Greg's channel, and so I will make sure that I submit the proper paperwork where you could lose your YouTube channel if you falsely strike my channel for.
Please do, Laurie.
Just going to let you know that I'm not new. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been around a while.
Oh, yeah. I love the way you talk, Laurie, because it really shows how much of a attention-seeking bitch you are. Again, statute says transcripts are public and prepared upon request for a fee, but audio recordings are private to the individual making the 911 call. Individual making the 911 call. That would have been Judy. Audio recordings are private to the individual making the 911 call. Okay? Sorry, did you hear that? And I put this song on here just for you. Ah, God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it how you guys think. And you know, William Rell tried to do the same thing with that tone of voice that was like, I know my shit. Like, David's feet are clean. Sorry. Like, I can't get that out of my head. And this, Laurie, you just turned around and did the same thing with the same tone of voice. Like, I've been here. This ain't my first rodeo. I've been here a while. Well, no, but it's your first rodeo with people who know their shit, sweetheart.
I always blame Jamie. That's what I do whenever things goes wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
They all blame each other. They all talk shit about each other. Like, they're weird. Like, who would? That's just weird. Like, y'all have seen the messages. Greg, Sophia, Jamie, Eric, like, y'all have seen the shit that Laurie said about you, and y'all are still Y'all got problems. I mean, if somebody talks shit behind my back, you're gonna feel my wrath. But y'all just continue to be friends and talk shit about each other behind their backs. Like, who does that? Who does that?
Just blame me.
I blame Eric. He's the one I blame.
You did. You blamed Eric, didn't you? You said you didn't want to step on Eric's toes. That's why you didn't do the other interview with us, because Eric said you were stepping on his toes. Yeah, you didn't want the truth to get out there because you wanted to follow the narrative and dry hump for views. Congratulations. You made it, Laurie. You made it.
So, okay, so this is going to lead up to now, okay, let's just kind of set the picture before I do the 911. So, one of you, if ladies could set the scene for.
Okay, so told me that the video is on the Stan something or other video. Where is it? Yeah.
Hey Eric, I got a friend in the chat room, and we were talking about having you and Laurie on at some point too. We want to talk about the whole David Crowley thing.
Oh, for sure.
Continue what we were talking about last week. I got a couple
Anytime,
friends. You have a couple questions for you guys and gals.
People have a couple questions for them when Eric don't even know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to this case. Like, have you heard the shit that he says? Every time he says something, you guys have to correct him. Dude has never read a piece of the evidence in his life.
I know you handler has to get clearance to allow me on, but
Okay.
they do. my handler talk to your handler.
Cool. All right.
My
Keep them in
handler, my
contact.
peeps will get in touch with your peeps.
Okay, cool.
And
Roy's
Roy's
clearance,
handlers, I mean peeps will get in touch with your people, and we'll make it happen.
I don't have people.
You don't have people?
You know why you don't have people, Laurie? Because you're a hypocrite. People don't like hypocrites. People don't like two-faced hypocrites. That's probably why you sit in the house all day, lonely, miserable, with no friends, because you've talked shit about everybody behind their back. And now the only people that you have are these fools. And you don't have very much, sweetheart.
No,
No, we don't have any handlers over here.
I'm the handler. No, I'm just kidding.
That's hey.
On the next episode of YouTube,
Just gave it away.
I know, right? On the next episode of YouTube Gossip, Laurie.
On the next episode of YouTube Gossip, Laurie is a big-ass hypocrite.
It's on live.
You have
She
no
is,
idea
right?
what you're in for coming on.
Being a hypocrite.
2 weeks in a row. Telling you. Enjoy it.
It's fun.
I just can't wait to meet Mama Gamer.
Oh yeah, me too.
Mama Gamer.
Me too.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm apparently in their fan club, yet they're the ones talking about me. We're a waste of time, and they ignore us, but yet they can't keep our names out their mouth. Like,
I'm looking forward
The
to
final
that.
boss.
Anyway,
Well, Greg was just talking about having us on to talk about David Crowley.
I would love to do that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I would love to do that. Please bring me on your fucking panel, because I would tear every one of you to pieces. All the questions that I've asked you guys before, I would be asking you on live. But the funny thing is, y'all won't do it. Y'all won't do it. Guarantee it.
I got a couple friends in the chat now, and I'm sure
I got a couple friends in the chat, and I'm sure you know who they are because you talk shit about them.
they have. I know one of them, maybe both of them, have a lot of questions for you, Laura, about your dealings with the crime boss and.
Oh yes, here we go. Here we go. This is where she talks shit about me. Oh, Laurie.
All of their their little minions and everything.
Yes, because the funny thing is, the story that she told them is probably completely and utterly different from the actual proof that I have, and that's the funny part about it.
I would love to talk to Sophia and who's the other one?
Sophia, because she called you the person that looks like her sister-in-law that murdered her husband's dad and his wife. And the neighbors found them, by the way. She talks shit about Judy and Colin, but the neighbors literally found her husband's father and his wife. The neighbors. Yeah. Tell me how that ain't fucked up, right?
Catherine.
Okay.
Yep. They have a lot of questions for you.
I wish that Sophia would have asked her, why did you say that about me? But I guarantee none of them will bring it up. None of them will ever bring up, why did you say this and this and this about me? Because that's how they are. They will talk together. One week they'll be, next week they won't. That's how they operate.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Because you know what? Actually, I think Catherine.
That's who they called Hot Kathy, and so I was very jealous, so I had to change my name to Hot Greg.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna let that slide.
Sorry, but the receding hairline and the 6 head, no thanks.
No, I wouldn't let it slide either. You know, I think we all should be jealous of Catherine then, because none of us have videos like that made of us. We just How do you get one of them made, Eric?
I'm going to go ahead and
what's your secret?
Lukewarm Spitfire.
Lukewarm Spitwater.
Lukewarm Spit. I'm a little bit lukewarm.
Yeah.
Is that your new stage name?
Yeah, we're still waiting for Eric's video here on that. I don't know. I feel like I feel like we should have played some of the videos last week. Yeah, well, it's nice, guys. I have my own fan club. I don't know about you guys, but that shows that I've made it. I don't even know what Jeff does. Jeff should.
So people calling out your lie is being your fan club. That's what you consider a fan club. Okay. So with you guys talking about me, what does that make you? Like, y'all mentioned my name straight out the box. What's that make you? I mean, that's the same thing.
No.
Well, we can change that. We could change that.
I have an enemy club. I have an enemy club, not a fan club, right?
Sorry.
That's what I call a fan club.
That's when you know you're doing it. Eric's got a hate club. Jeff's got the hate club. I've got one. And now we find out that Craig has one too.
I have a love club.
This time when we have to have an inside joke. I got 50,000 gangs coming after me for 50,000 years.
I run with 12 gangs.
These are grown adults, okay? Grown ass adults. What is wrong with this picture? And people take this seriously?
The world coming after me, man. They're everywhere. They're popping up here, I think one's popping.
Oh, it's going to buffer, of course. I love when this happens. It does this a lot. My regular computer is up, and so I get stuck with this. I get stuck with this for the next week.
El Chapo. I think El Chapo's popping up in my basement right now.
It happens.
Oh! There's pizza and chili. What's up, Pete? I'll be back. It was all LARP.
Oh. That brings back
memories.
So the reason that I'm sitting here having this shit is because Laurie makes a comment in this about David on the decline when she read his journal. But then she turns around yesterday and tells Judy that she never said that. So that's the clip that I'm trying to find.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Sophia says the Hot Greg fan club.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, they all love.
Hang around us long enough.
Yeah.
In your most seductive
Yes.
moments, right?
If you're around them for an extended amount of time, you'll turn into a hypocritical, backstabbing, two-faced. Yeah. That's what'll happen.
The hot gray.
Hot fan club.
Yeah, get that.
Your only fan page, by the
Hot.
way. Did we give me your only
I think
fan
you.
page?
I thought you had it. I thought it was Mama Gamer.
Mama Gamer.
We'll get him a fans only page. Oh man, we could do.
I would love to do that, Laurie, because I now have that of what you're saying right there. And I would love for you to put my name or anything else like that on the internet that has to pertain to do with that nasty ass hot fans only shit that y'all are talking about right now. Please do. Please do, because I have your commentary saying you're going to do it. So go ahead. Go ahead. Please do.
So we'll help you out.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
tried to join, they didn't
Definitely
let me.
No.
I tried.
With your freshly waxed ass, they will.
Eric.
With the gamer's mama and all that. Was it just
Because when I found out how vicious they were
Vicious.
in the chat,
Listen to what you were saying, lady. Go back on this video and the video on Jamie's channel and the video on your channel and listen to what you're fucking saying about Judy, about me. Look what you're saying. And then you're saying this? Are you serious?
basically, I really don't want to say this on air. They were
She's lying. She's stuttering. Okay, listen very well. When she's lying, and that's how you can figure out how when somebody's lying, because if you know they're lying and you have the proof that they're lying, listen to the stutter. They
had lost the sight of talking about David Crowley, and they were after Amy, you, Scott, and I wasn't going to be part of it. Simple as that.
I wasn't going to be part of it. Simple as that. I wasn't going to be part of it. Simple as that. Laurie, lying skank. Laurie, you're a lying skank. Laurie, you're a lying skank. I need to go through these messages. Like, seriously, if y'all have not seen these messages, go back on my channel, and me and Louise went through all of them yesterday. Epic for her to even say, I wasn't going to be part of it. I wasn't going to be part of it. Boy, you were, girl, sit the fuck down.
I can go through the broadcast we did with Greg.
But you know what? I'm glad, Greg, and I hope you're listening, and Catherine and all of you guys over there. I'm so glad that you took her on to your side, because I have this proof that she's a big fat hypocrite, two-faced snot rag, and this I'm trust me, I'm gonna blow this to the hills and back. I'm gonna post it in every New World Order Sentinel group that I can find, just to show how big of a hypocrite she is. And you know what? Like, that's your credibility on the line, sweetheart. So you did a good thing. You took on this snake chick over here on your guys' little group after she talked shit about you, and then is going to turn around and say something like I just, bravo, Greg, bravo. You did it this time. You absolutely found the perfect fucking match for you.
That's almost at 1,000 hits now, where in the comment section they had a lot to say.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you gone through that comment section ever, Greg?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, no kidding.
No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah,
We have about 20 minutes left. Let's go through it.
yeah, they have a lot to say, but I was not gonna give them a platform after they showed me how they felt about you.
I wasn't gonna give them a platform, bitch. You came to me. You came to me. You came to me. I just watched on YouTube. I used to be part of the Sentinels. I left them because of the way they treat people back in 2019. They're abusive and gaslighters. Well, so the fuck are you, bitch? They have harassed the Sandy Hook families as well. This is how they roll. You came to me. Do you see this message? First message ever. You came to. So don't even go there. Don't go there.
And about Jamie
Oh.
and about Scott.
But you called him Fat Boy and Aussie Slob and made videos talking about Aussie Slob. Like, I wonder, you know what? Like, let's see if we can pull up these videos. So I wonder if she's deleted the channel or if she kept it up. It'd be great to see. See if she left them up. Oh, she made the video private. Darn. You know why she made the video private? Because she's butt buddies with him again. That's why. But they're right here. They're all right here. Yeah, this one's private too. What a crack up, man. You're a two-faced cunt, man. You are a two-faced cunt.
I didn't even know Scott.
Who's Scott?
Who's Scott? Even though he was on live with, oh my God. Y'all don't know your ass from a hole in the ground.
Okay. Oh, he was on there too? Okay.
Oh.
You know.
See, I haven't seen their show
And
either. I saw the.
I was on the outs with Jamie at the time. We had not patched things up. We were still, on the outs. Same with Eric. And, I even so, I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to open up that. I had no desire to attack.
Oh my God. I had no desire to attack, but I made a whole fucking channel about them talking shit. Girl. Oh God. I can't help myself with you. And you look like one of them little snotty. Oh God. Oh, this is getting better. I listen to it. Like the lies. Like, this is how you catch idiots in their lies. And this is so fun.
Anybody, because of their difference of opinion on what had happened. Especially looking when you can sit there and just blatantly ignore the evidence that you brought to light and reading through David.
Honey, we've never ignored the evidence that we brought to light. We have always put it up. We have videos. We have posts. We have so much stuff that we put up. Like, what do you mean ignore the evidence that we put up? We never ignored it. We never ignored it. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, hold on.
David's journal and seeing his decline in his
Oh! What did she say? Oh, there it is. There it is.
And reading through David's journal and seeing his decline in his mental health.
There it is.
I couldn't do it by my conscience. I said no, and it was set to go up. You can ask. I think Ken and Linda were in the chat. The link was up. We were set to go. It was going to be 1 o'clock.
There it is. There it is. And that's the damn clip that I've been waiting on. Wait a minute. Let's go back to what she said here in this comment that she made to Judy. Where is it? Oh, where is it? I love this because this is receipts. Okay, this is the oh, shut up. This is the receipts that I love because it shows how big of a fucking liar you are. You ready? This is Laurie. Oh, where does it? Hold on. Boy, you old badges don't take a hint, do you? I don't have any desire to engage with you. I never said David was on a decline. Do what? Hold on.
Linda, we're in the chat,
Wait.
and seeing his decline in his mental health.
Oh!
Totally ignore the evidence that you brought.
Oh!
And
What?
reading through David's journal.
What? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to get Louise on. Oh, I gotta send her the link. Let me go back to my stream here. Let me pull in my ad. Let me copy. Hold on, let me open. Come on. All right, hold on. Give me just a second. I'm trying to pull in Louise for 2 seconds. Hold the phone. Well, hot dog, where is it? Hold on. Where are you? Where are you? I don't want to put this one down. Copy. And hold on, give me 2 seconds. Trying to pull all right. There we go. No, that's not it. Schnickelfritz. Hold on. Because this is what I've been searching for all morning, and I finally found it. I mean, not that I don't have a ton of her bullshit lies already, like, exposed, but this one tops the cake. Like, this one is where she talks shit to Judy, and that's just, come on now. Like, you just don't do that. Like, respect your fucking elders. Seriously, respect your fucking elders, because when we have proof to back your shit up, like, girl. All right. So, who's your mama? Hi. All right. So we're waiting on Louise to pop in. We'll give it a few minutes here. Pull my screen back up. All right. So give it just a second. But like I said, right here, we have this little thing here where she decided, and it is Laurie, because she says here, this is Laurie. All right. And the only reason she's over there on that side is because she believes that all these people think that David isn't guilty. Well, honey, look at those few people that you have over there, because it's really not that deep. Like, the people that watch you, just because they watch you doesn't mean that they agree. Several of those people have came over to our group because they've finally seen the evidence and the proof and stuff. So you're really not special, like, at all. You're really not special. So, all right, let's. Are you coming in? Hello, my beautiful love. How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh my god.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. This is so much fun this morning. Like, I was going to lay down for a little bit because I had a headache this morning. And then I said, okay, well, I'm going to listen to, some of the videos. And so I went to Laurie's channel, that Rise of the World Order, or whatever it is. And I seen the comments that she had made to Judy.
Yeah.
And there was one that she said that she never said that David was on the decline. She said, I said David was making future plans for his family and isn't the actions of someone who commits suicide or murder. But I clearly remember she said in one of the videos that she read the journal and seen the decline.
There's no word. She's just like, she's so two-faced.
She doesn't even remember what she said from 1 minute
No.
to the next. Like,
I know. She
I-
literally will tell whoever and whatever is popular at the time
Yeah.
to get on side, and then she'll turn against them in another couple of weeks.
It's fun though because and I got to congratulate Greg on this one because he finally found another one that fits in there. Like
Oh,
Two-Faced,
sure.
Two-Faced, hypocrite, liar, and like they're still going to be all buddy
And
buddy.
dumb as fuck.
I mean,
It's hilarious seeing them all sitting there sniggering and giggling like they're the mean girls in high school. They don't seem to have reached maturity yet, but they don't know their arse from their elbow.
Yeah, it's okay. Like what did she say? I want to redo this. Hold on, let me put.
The evidence that you brought to light.
Here she goes.
And reading through David's journal and seeing his decline in his mental health, I couldn't do it by my conscience. I said no, and it was set to go out. You can ask. I think Ken and
So she says that, and then she turns around and says this literally yesterday to Judy. Like,
I know she
how do you?
She just is arguing for the sake of it. This is what she wants. They want drama because nobody is listening to them anymore except for their brainwashed fools who probably should be in a mental hospital because they're deluded.
I mean, I honestly, I don't want to give it attention, but it's so funny. And I have proof.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid.
I mean, when you have the amount of proof that I have in the messages that she sent and opposed to what her comments have been on these live videos with them, like
they're all about drama and trolling. That is all they do. You can just Google them or put them on YouTube, put their names on YouTube, and the amount of videos where people have said that all they do is harass and troll people. That's what their full-time job is.
Yeah. I agree. I mean,
they don't know facts about anything. They can't research the simplest of things. They keep on trying to argue that black isn't black and it's white when there's clear evidence.
Yep. And she just brought more of their hypocrisy and two-faced lies to the limelight. She like just the amount of bullshit in these videos and the proof that we have like against what she said like proves how big of liars they are. Like
they just want to create drama. That's all they want to do is create drama, and because they're not getting any views or any feedback from the thousands of people in the Facebook group, they just try and create drama and try and get people to come and troll, and they want us to go back and forth with them and just be a distraction.
True.
Because they can't actually present something with sourced facts. It's always just opinion and gossip, and everything's a conspiracy.
Yep. And she even says in this comment here that do yourselves a favor and understand that the majority of people that have actually looked into this case do not believe David is guilty. So that's why she jumped on the bandwagon over there because
she asked all of the hundreds of thousands of people across the world who, with no disrespect to the Crowleys, don't give a shit about wasting their time having to research something because they know damn well that he did it, and they feel sorry for his family and Kamel's family and Rani, but they don't feel any need to have to, like, you know, look into it and keep proving anything to these idiots, because they know that it doesn't matter what they do, they're never gonna listen, they're never gonna accept it, they're in denial.
Yep. So the thing, they would rather look into everyone's opinion on YouTube and Facebook than actually go through the evidence, go through the case files, and the family and the friends, the people who actually knew this family, the people who know people who knew this family, the people who have actually went through all of the case files, you know, and have really investigated this instead of putting their ridiculous narrative and pushing it until kingdom come.
Yeah.
You know, she just wants to hop on that bandwagon that's going to sell fucking bobbleheads and pacifiers with Greg's fat ass face on it. So
because they think that they're more important than what they really are. They actually think that people listen to them, whereas people just see them as a trashy little channel to go when there's nothing else to watch, probably while they take a dump, because there's nothing to watch on YouTube, and just for a bit of like get the motions moving.
Yep. Well, I mean, I was getting ready to literally lay down and take a nap, and they posted this video on the 28th last month, and I haven't even listened to it until today. Like, that's how much. I mean, I just.
Well, me and Joe listened to it the other day, and we broke down some of the absolute cock and bull that they come out with.
It's funky. It's real funky, but so yeah, I found that that comment funny. I got to do it again.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it by how they ignore the evidence.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay. Oh, he was on there too. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I'm gonna go back so we can look at the part where she starts saying that she where I was
the part where she ignores what David writes about himself.
About them. Oh yeah. Where she says,
they showed
hold on.
how they felt about you and about Jamie and about Scott. I didn't even know Scott.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah,
I have about 20 minutes left. Let's go through it.
Yeah, they have a lot to say, you know, but I was not gonna give them
There's a gob on a stick.
They showed me how they felt about you. And
she wasn't gonna give us a platform because of how we felt about Greg.
Oh, because she loves Greg now.
Like, everything that we've said about Greg, we've said to Greg, but I bet that she's never said any of this stuff.
No, she does it all behind people's backs or under fake names and makes like shitty little videos about people.
Yeah. I mean, and I just tried to pull up the videos that she made about Eric and but they're now private. That's the funny thing. They're now they're private now because she's back buddy with them.
Mm.
And so now the videos are unavailable, but they're private, so they're still up, but they're private. Hey, Laurie, grow some. Put the videos up. Put them up. Well, let's see. Let's see how big you are. Put them back up. See, all three of them, same channel. It's funny. It's great. But yeah, and it's just like she's right here. If that's Greg, I'll block him now. You know, Jamie isn't allowed as he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. He's just dry humping Greg for views. But what did he literally just say in this freaking?
They're all just dry humping each other.
Who's Scott?
They were talking bad about Jamie and about Scott and about you.
And then Greg tries to make out he doesn't know who anybody is all the time. That's his go-to get out clause. I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Interesting. That's interesting. Oh
Uh,
God. I mean, it's funny. I mean, I literally when I seen that this morning, that comment that she made to Judy, and I was like, wait a minute, like, hold on, like we have a video of her saying she did see the decline, and now she's saying, like, girl, you don't know what you said from one day to the next. I think you need to lay off of whatever you're
well,
smoking.
the thing is Greg and they all seem to think that their audience is as stupid as they are. But they're not, because they are starting to join up to us
Yeah,
and have a
yeah,
look and going, hang on a minute,
yep,
because people, they're not deaf and they're not stupid, and they can quite clearly hear for themselves. Here's Greg saying this one week. Now here he is saying something completely different the next week. Now somebody else is saying something else. Catherine said something different. Sophia said something different. Yet they're all telling us that they're all telling us the truth and facts,
yeah,
but they're all telling us something completely different.
yep, yep. I mean, that's just like right now when she said, I read the journal and I seen the decline in his mental health. Like Greg sat there with a dumb look on his face.
Yeah,
Like he didn't want to correct her because he didn't want to make her look bad.
yeah.
He didn't want to make himself look bad, so he just kind of let her like, here, let's
They
just
did
play
that
off
the
the
other week when
narrative.
Greg and Sophia, they were on with some lady on this woman's channel, and
Uh,
she said that Paleo was a 7-pound dog, and then there was just crickets from Sophia and Greg. They didn't correct it, like now Paleo's morphed into a Chihuahua.
yeah, teacup Yorkie. The
Yeah.
ticket shit on Amber Heard and start Johnny Depp's. You know what? I'm not gonna have anything to do this week now because of we have a break in the trial. So we're gonna have a lot of videos this week because I don't have the trial to sit and watch until it comes back on the 16th.
I know,
Well,
I know. It's
that in between doctor's appointments and Jose's stuff going on. He did his diabetes test and it was negative, thank God.
good.
Um, 3, I have scheduled her
I would just
cardiology
say,
appointment.
I wouldn't go too much into your personal what's it whilst you're
Oh,
going live, because they are trolls, remember, and
yeah, I ain't
they
worried about
will
them.
try and cause trouble for you because that is what they thrive on.
Yeah, I
Typical
ain't worried about them.
narcissist.
But I could care less. Like whatever they want on me, they can find on the internet. There's plenty.
Yeah, I know,
There's
but I mean,
plenty out
like
there.
they stoop to like ridiculous lows from what I sent you earlier, and when you see that,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
be quite, it won't surprise you, but it will still disgust you.
yeah. Well, I'll have to go through that, and we'll have to dig a lot deeper into that.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
we'll
believe there was a comment that I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to say
no,
anything about it, but where Laurie had just said, why didn't Crowley's mailman notice the mail hadn't
yeah,
been taken in and call the police? And I was sitting there thinking, well, I wonder why the neighbors in that
yeah,
issue didn't do the same thing.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, hello.
Definitely. I know there's quite a few things. There's quite a few things there, but we'll discuss that later.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So yeah, I don't want to go any more into this because I really don't want to give it any more attention. But I really wanted to point out that this morning, with the comments that she made to Judy and her saying, old bats. Well, like
Mm.
she doesn't look too young herself.
No,
I don't know how old she is, but I'm sure she's not in her 20s.
no,
And she doesn't like she don't get
late
to be talking shit
50s.
about somebody's look or age.
I know.
It's
Especially
it makes
when
no sense to me.
when you are like officially a nut job.
But yeah, so I think this is the Cass girl that about in this message about stepping on Eric's toes and how
Mm.
Eric and Jamie was going to have Cass girl. Um,
Oh
Here
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I remember.
where she needs names of people to block because she was brought into their shit show. Um, she said that Scott guy is saying because I had you on, I opened myself up to their harassment. Well, like she's sitting here talking shit about him and saying that, oh well, he said this about me, and their 50 viewers don't mean shit to me. But then she's like, oh well, they were talking about Scott, and they were talking about Jamie,
Mm-hmm.
and da 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 da. But I know it's here. Hold on, where they're talking about bringing that Cass on and called Jamie Fat Boy. Hold on, let me see. She said I took back control from the Aussie slob. Jamie, she's talking about you in this. And she said this stays between you and I. Well, honey. Not when you run your mouth. And I said, what do you mean took back control? And she said he thought he was going someone on to attack me. Oh, no, it was Christy. And he said, I left this comment under his video. It lasted 5 minutes and he removed it. Bring Christy on, I dare you, fat boy. What's funny is these asshats think they're going to intimidate me into not interviewing you guys. I can't stand any of them. Girl, like, I can't with the, like, God, I just want to talk to her. I want to confront her so bad right now. Like,
she's a coward though. She won't, she's trying to make out that she's the, moral person.
I want to confront her on a live video with all of these messages and then her statements about she told us to kick rocks because we were talking bad about them, but yet she was talking bad about them behind their back.
Exactly.
Like,
and talking utter rubbish about the Judy's 911 call and it belonging to Judy.
Yeah.
And trying to come out with some lame ass threat where she doesn't know the law.
Well, I actually where was it? There it is right there. I was talking about that earlier, how she said in one video, the video that she did with me, she says, I have permission from Judy, and this video belongs to Judy and should not be used by anyone else. And then she turns around and says what she said. This is on Greg's channel. Judy, this video doesn't belong to you. If you try to get my YouTube channel struck, I'm gonna call the cops on you. Because this isn't my first rodeo. I've been here a while. Well, honey, I've been here a lot longer. I can guarantee it. I've been on YouTube since the very beginning. I used to vlog. I had a family vlog back when family vlogging was big back in the day, like when it very first started, when the Shaytards and Daily Bumps and all them started vlogging like years and years and years ago. We had a family vlogging channel. And then some weird stuff happened with child predators online, and so I yanked everything. And
it was probably them.
Yeah, but we had a good platform. I got sponsored for $5,000 video for Maker Studios, which is now belongs to Disney. But yeah, I had quite a bit of a good following back in the day. So yeah, I know I know all about copyrights and how they work and what you can and can't use on YouTube and all that good stuff. But But yeah, it says here, statute said transcripts are public and prepared upon request for a fee. Now, transcripts are the written transcripts. That means the stuff that's in the police report. That's
the stuff that Greg was saying that that was the only thing that was out there, even though Judy had got the audio. But he didn't want anyone to hear it because he was frightened that people would make their own mind up and he couldn't twist and interpret it and put his own stint on how it was being said.
Yeah.
You know,
Like the
that
transcript.
word they love to use, context.
Yep. Yep. But then it says audio recordings are private to the
Mhm.
individual making the 911 call. So that means that the private phone call that Judy made, even if Judy puts it up on 15 different online platforms, that 911 call is still private use to Judy.
Yeah.
Now, if Judy decides to let you leave it up, then that is completely up to her. But she 100% by Minnesota law has the right to have your channel flagged, striked, and taken down because of a private call that you have put on your channel. Every right. So, honey, may not be your first rodeo, but it is your first rodeo with people who know their shit. we actually study and go through things and know the law, and
Mhm.
we don't put a narrative that doesn't belong there.
That's it.
Another funny thing. What was she saying about the footprint? She was all amping about, oh my god, like that is such a good match, like it matches up really well, blah blah blah. When she's seen the overlay that I did, and now she's trying to say, oh well, I don't know how that fit. That doesn't even fit. That doesn't even look right. Like, look at the smudge there. Well, you know, when you spray liquid on something that's on the floor that used to be a liquid that dried, it is gonna like it's gonna run.
It just reeks of desperation from them, and it's quite stomach churning to see how their desperate attempts.
Yeah, it's it's
While
sad.
saying don't listen to them, people are going deep state granny, facts versus fiction. Subscribe so I get to see what all the fuss is about. Oh look, they're explaining it and showing evidence and not just giving an opinion. I think I'll hang
Yeah.
around and watch a few more videos. So carry on.
Yep. Yep. So this is actually the last video that I'm going to do that is bringing this to light. Not saying that I won't ever mention things again, but this is the last video that is going to get this attention. And the only reason I wanted to give it this attention is because I have the messages, I have the receipts, I have the proof of the lies, I have the proof of the hypocrisy, and it's literally right here in your face. Like, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. No denying it. You can't spin a narrative on it. It's right here in your face. But this is the last bit of attention that I'm getting. I'm going to give to it. The remaining videos that are going to be on this channel, my idea, we're going to get back to the nitty gritty. I know when we very first started making videos on my channel, we were talking about going in order, like what things look like outside, how much snow was on the ground, the present. Sorry, my throat is going hoarse. I've been talking too much this morning. But when we started out from the beginning, we had talked about like I said, the outside, the stop signs, the crime scene tape, the footsteps, the footprints, where Judy was, where the neighbors were, that types of thing. And then we were going to go into, the inside of the house and the bullets and things like that. I want to get back to that. Like, I want to get back to that series. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the video that we did, starting the one that we did from the outside. I believe it's on. I think it's on my channel. I'm hoping it's on my channel because I just found out yesterday that the motherboard on my other computer was fried, and so they have to replace it. So everything that I had on that computer is gone.
Oh dear.
Everything. Yeah, all of my pictures, like thousands and thousands of pictures. I had some of them backed up to the cloud, but like, yeah. So I'm kind of sad about that.
It's always good to get an external hard drive so you can keep.
Yeah, I have one now.
You've unfortunately learned the hard way.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way, but I want to get back to showing the evidence, and instead of saying what they said or saying what the injustice group has said, or what their narrative is on it, actually go
sticking to
through
the actual facts and looking at it,
absolutely.
you
So
know, from a logical standpoint and a factual standpoint.
I mean, we can point out the discrepancies in what is said over there, just because I know that there's people that come from their group over to ours, and to be able to point out those differences is good, because then they can kind of see the difference. But I think sticking more with the evidence. But I had to give this its proper attention this morning. You know how I am when somebody says anything about anybody, it boils my blood. And I couldn't keep my mouth shut on this one, and they should have expected that. But anyway, so I do want to get back to more about the evidence, and showing the things that need to be put out there, and not this type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's pointless to argue with them back and forth when they're literally, everything that they've done is pointless. Nobody comments over there. Nobody's watching it. Nobody gives a shit.
That's it. And it's like, you end up sort of, you end up going off on a sidetrack from stuff, because the things that they're saying aren't even like genuine, real facts to begin with.
Yeah. it's irrelevant. So, I've given y'all the attention that you want for the past few videos, and that's just because you decided to pop out of the woodwork, Laurie, and open your mouth. But that's about all the attention you're going to get from our end. We're going to go back to the facts and the evidence in this case, and that's the end of that. But anyway, so Louise, do you have anything to say to end this, and then we can get back into our conversation?
Not really. I think I pretty much said what I had to say the other day when me and Joe were discussing some stuff and things. I'm sure in the future we'll have more to say, but it's not going to give them the time or the satisfaction, because they thrive off it.
Well, I mean, them picking at Judy is just, I'm pissed. The things that they've said about Judy, and I mean, it pisses me off, because I know how genuine hearted Judy is. I just recently, I mean,
well, what goes around comes around.
Yeah. And I know for a fact, Judy is not that type of person that they're claiming her to be, not even close.
Well, anyone who's like normal minded takes people at face value and come to their own conclusions. So if people don't, then they're not the kind of people that you'd want to associate with anyway. They certainly don't need a group of small-minded people telling them what to think. And that's their downfall, because they think of all of their viewers as being that inept at being able to draw their own conclusions. And granted, some of them are, because they just have to drink the Kool-Aid and follow the old whatever's being spouted. But most people, hence the lack of activity on their pages, most people see actually all this childish bickering and trying to, act like bullies and convert people to just troll people. Most people aren't down with that. They've got better things to do, and then they sort of see the venom that's coming from them, and it makes people question their integrity. So, carry on doing it, because it just helps us all the more, because people just think like they are so bitter. Why? And then they come and have a look, and then they start really seeing facts, truths, and the snidiness.
Yeah. I mean,
that people
them saying Judy is like that. I personally have seen her selflessness and helping me with one of my personal issues that recently came up. Something that she didn't have to do.
Yeah.
And did. and did it because that's the kind of person that she is. And it, like I said, it boils my blood, and it has since the beginning, but even more so now,
I mean, the
it's
thing is, I guess,
personal. When you go
like,
after
we're all
Judy, it's
just used to
personal.
it. We're all
Yeah.
just used to it. It's they want that reaction from you. It's when you expect it,
Yeah.
it doesn't shock you anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother Judy, because their opinions of her don't matter to her.
Right.
She can't stop them,
Yeah.
but she's not going to give them the satisfaction because
Yeah.
she's a decent person, and
Yeah.
she's not going to lower herself to that pathetic schoolyard mindset.
I think that's why I would rather take the heat than her. You know what I mean? I'm they can put my name in their mouth all they want, but don't be touching Granny over there, okay? That's my granny. Don't be going after my granny. I mean, Judy is an awesome person, and contrary to what a million people have been told, like it's complete opposite. So, but any hoots, we're gonna get back to business. I want to probably get a hold of you here. I gotta go get some groceries because my refrigerator is bare right now. The kids are gonna come home and be mad because it's Friday and they want food. So we can continue the conversation over in the chat regarding that other thing.
Yeah.
Because I do want to look at the video that you sent.
Yeah.
And then also, I need to look back.
I've got a few videos and a few other bits.
Okay.
To
Well,
discuss.
Send me that stuff, and then also we'll start working on. I'm hoping that I still have that video of like the pictures we went through on the outside. If not, we can just redo it. No big deal.
Yeah.
But I would rather go from that one if we've already got it and got it done, like to be able to move on to the next one. So, but anyways,
Not
guys,
a problem.
have a great afternoon. This is Christina, aka Mama Gamer, aka the Crime Boss, with my co-host Louise, aka the Bomb Baby. And we gotta have nicknames. Come on, man. All right. Anyway,
I think they've probably given us plenty.
Hey, that's what I said. The Crime Boss, Mama Gamer, the Gangsta. Do I really sound like a gangster? I mean, like that's just my accent. Like I'm originally from Indiana, like northern United States, and I moved to Texas. And so I have a mix between a northern and a southern state type accent. And I guess it just kind of comes out like redneck ghetto. I don't know.
I don't know because I don't even, my mind doesn't think like that. I don't start thinking,
I don't
what
either,
if I'm
but,
going to be thinking I say about this person?
Well, I've had people tell me that, like, oh, I like your accent. It's like
you're just Christina.
It's like a mix between a hillbilly redneck and a gangster's paradise. I'm like, okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. I take it as a compliment.
Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. Well, we will check y'all later, and make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, comment down below. Nobody is ever blocked on our platforms. We would love to have your you chime into the comments.
Opinions, and even if you really, really are desperate enough, come and give us a little troll.
Yes, please do. We love those types of comments too. But anyways, take care, y'all, and we will be back soon. Bye.